In the heart of a dense, ancient forest, there was a small, abandoned cabin that had long been avoided by locals. Whispers of its haunted past were common around the village, but no one dared to investigate. That is, until a group of friends, craving adventure, decided to spend a night there. The friends Sarah, Mark, Lisa, and Tom arrived at the cabin just before dusk. The wooden structure was decrepit, with ivy crawling up its sides and a roof that sagged under the weight of years. Inside, the air was musty, filled with the scent of decay. They set up their camp in the main room, trying to ignore the chill that seemed to seep from the walls. As night fell, the forest outside grew eerily silent. They lit a fire and shared stories, but as the hours passed, the temperature dropped even further. Lisa, who was sensitive to the atmosphere, felt a growing sense of unease. She suggested they explore the cabin, hoping to distract herself from the creeping dread. In the dim light of their flashlights, they moved through the cabin. The only rooms were a small kitchen and a bedroom with a single, creaky bed. In the bedroom, Tom discovered a dusty mirror leaning against the wall. Its glass was cracked, distorting reflections. Sarah, trying to lighten the mood, joked about how old mirrors were often said to capture souls. The group laughed it off, but Lisa noticed something unsettling. The mirror seemed to reflect not just their own images, but also shadows that moved independently of their own. She pointed it out, but Mark dismissed it as a trick of the light. They returned to the main room and continued their evening, but Lisa's unease grew. At midnight, the fire suddenly went out, plunging them into darkness. Mark went to fetch more firewood, but as he stepped outside, the wind howled ominously. He returned minutes later, breathless and pale. "Something's wrong," he said. "I heard whispers out there, like voices in the wind." The friends laughed nervously, but their mirth was short-lived. Sarah noticed a shadow moving in the corner of the room, but when she pointed it out, everyone else saw nothing. The tension mounted as they realized the cabin's walls seemed to be closing in on them, the air growing thick and heavy. Suddenly, Lisa screamed. She had glimpsed something in the mirror, an old woman with hollow eyes, staring back at them. The friends rushed to the bedroom, but the mirror was gone. In its place was a dark, gaping hole in the wall. The air was colder now, and a deep, mournful wail echoed through the cabin. Panicked, they tried to leave, but the door was stuck. Mark desperately tried to force it open while Tom and Sarah searched for another exit. Lisa, trembling, realized that whispers were now clearer pleas for help, begging for release. Tom finally found a window that was slightly ajar. They squeezed through it and fled into the forest, not stopping until they reached the village. The next morning, the friends were exhausted but relieved.